Good morning.
Good morning.
It's another wonderful sunshiny day at Pelly Crossing. We really enjoyed this park.
Yeah, it was free. We stayed 2 nights.
Yeah, and it was pretty quiet.
Yep, we had electric. We had a sewer dump at the site, although it wasn't located very good for us to hook up to. We could run our gray water to it this morning because that has a little pump towards it to get it over there.
Yeah.
But it was located too far for our regular black tank.
Yeah.
But we didn't use it that much.
No.
Okay, and then we just filled with water at the entrance.
Yep. Seems to be good water. So.
Well, we filter it, but
Yeah, we filter it.
yeah.
So
what's across the road?
there's supposed to be a RV car wash thing. We'll have to check that out. I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah, he's really antsy about wanting to wash the RV.
Yeah, but it's a little bit mudded up from our driving through construction areas.
Lots of construction between Dawson City and Pelly Crossing. There was a lot of construction.
Yeah.
I mean, many, many, many miles. So, although they did water down a lot of it to keep down the dust, we got pretty grubby.
Yeah, sure did. So
Steve wants to get rid of the grub.
yeah.
So, but he did notice even on our awning rolling out and back, there's grit and dirt in the joints on the arms itself.
Yeah.
And he noticed on our rear slide, there's a lot of grit. So he cleaned everything out and re-lubed with silicone, dry silicone.
Yep.
Dry lube. It's actually an RV product. We don't just use off-the-counter silicone. This is made for slides.
Yeah. So clean them up and it seemed to run in. The slide seemed to run in a lot better.
Yeah, it didn't sound like it was straining or making funny groaning noises.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all loaded up and ready to roll. We are headed towards Whitehorse today, but Steve has a special stop he wants to make in Brayburn.
Yeah, I heard that there's some cinnamon rolls that are supposed to be pretty good. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, another YouTube channel we watched, they tried both, and they still said Tetsa River Lodge was the best.
Yeah.
But we'll try these two.
Yep.
Steve is the cinnamon roll connoisseur.
Okay.
Okay, well, fire her up. Let's get this rig rolling. Let's go see if we can wash it. Dirty rig. So here we go, ready to roll out of this little campground. It was pretty nice for us. Plus it was free, which helps with the budget, because the previous 2 nights we were in Dawson City where we spent a little more than we usually do. A lot more. Okay, out of the campground, hang a left, and we are right here by Pelly Crossing, I don't know, gas station, quick stop, whatever it is.
So maybe we'll
Service center. Yeah, what are we at for fuel? We're around half? That sounds good too. There's a pretty puppy going for a walk. Selkirk Center. And here we are in some famous Yukon construction. We have a pilot car taking us around. And if you can see off here in the hills to the west, we have a lot of wildfire smoke. It's pretty intense over there. There is a wildfire going on the next main road over the main drag or whatever from the Klondike Highway that we're on. That road over there is closed and evacuated, but the smoke's blowing this way. We're fine, we're away from the fires. We're just Slowed down right now by road construction on our way to Whitehorse. Boy, Steve, by the time you get down there to that cinnamon roll place, they might be sold out.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, Brayburn, you may have to spend the night in their parking lot. Get the fresh baked ones tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Okay, we are traveling on the North Klondike Highway. We're the yellow arrow. The red highway over here to the left is the one that's closed where there's fires. That's the smoke we're seeing, as far as I can tell, by following the Yukon 511 maps. Well, we're moving a little faster through the construction. It's a good thing that the car wash was closed, the RV wash at Pelly Crossing, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Otherwise you would have been full of mud all over again.
Yeah. Now we'll get thicker mud out now.
We just saw the cutest little critters on the side of the road back there, and they're called Arctic ground squirrels. They're similar to prairie dogs, and I hope to be able to catch one on the big camera when we see them next time. But there were about 3 of them playing around on the side of the road. They were cute. So it's nice that they just watered down this road so we don't have a lot of dust. But Steve said it also makes mud now, and that's just as bad. So it's good that you didn't wash it, because now you can wash it again. We're here at the Five Finger Rapids wreck site. And Nick wants to go walking and go see what's going on. He needs to run in circles. Well, there's some people on the viewing platform. Maybe we'll get Nick to do some running first while we wait our turn. Crossing the Yukon River at Carmax. Twists and winds its way northward. Cool bridge. We saw smoke coming out of this RV. So we pulled ahead and pulled over to see if we can help. Steve's out there talking to him. See if they need some help. The smoke went away. I don't know if it was batteries or what, or batteries, brakes or tires or what. Okay, here we are riding along doing a little rescue mission with some Yoopers. Residents of the UP of Michigan are called Yoopers. I'm a Yooper. These people had a little problem on the side of the road, and we stopped to help. We stopped to help, and it turns out their tow truck can only haul one person. One. So that's Bill, who's waiting back with their motorhome. So we're traveling along here, and we are headed towards Whitehorse, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we are working our way towards Whitehorse, and we know we are overloaded with passengers for our vehicle, but Nick's back here hiding out, and this is an adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
Yes.
We keep telling ourselves.
Yep. And we'll see what happens. but we will.
Thank you for picking us up.
Well, thank you for the big, huge sweet roll. We stopped in Brayburn for sweet rolls. That's what I did. So while Steve is pumping, he's taking care of our windshield. We just dropped off our Yooper friends at a brewery, the ones we picked up on the side of the road. It's amazing. The people we helped on the side of the road were from the UP of Michigan, where I'm from. People in the UP are called Yoopers, Y-O-O-P-E-R-S, Yoopers, residents of the UP. And they were from Marquette, and I'm from Iron River, so we had lots in common. They thanked us by stopping at a brewery, asking us to sit and have a beverage as a thank you. And also, we stopped in Brayburn and got Steve's big, huge cinnamon roll that he wanted. I'll insert photo here. So, Steve is topping off the rest of the fuel. Okay, here we are at Mighty Wash in Whitehorse. And Steve first hosed off layers and layers and layers of mud and grime from all the construction we've been through. And now he's actually doing the soap up. Hey Steve, you're smiling. Are you having fun? He's so happy to get all the dirt off the motorhome. Bet you clogged their drains down underneath with all the dirt you hosed off. Maybe. So how much does this cost? Huh? Don't know till you're done. It's all on a timer, huh? Let's see. He's on foam brush mode right now. I don't know, we'll see when it's done. I'm going back inside. That way he doesn't spray me. So here's the slip for his car wash. $37.50 Canadian. That's pretty good. So how'd you do?
It's a good workout.
Yeah, by the time you convert that over, it came to $27.42.
Oh, okay.
So now we're going to head out towards this campground that is called Wolf. What was it called? Wolf something.
We'll just pull out of here.
Okay, I'll let you pull out of here and hit the road. And then we gotta make dinner. What is our view out of the kitchen window? We are on the banks of the Yukon River in a little boondocking spot right by the bridge of the Klondike Highway. We found a perfect little boondocking spot for the night. Today has been a hectic long day, and I think this will serve us just right. What a view. And tonight was easy, quick dinner in the motorhome because we had such a busy day. I always keep a can of, oops, turn it right side up, La Choy chicken chow mein on hand, and I had shredded chicken in the freezer from a rotisserie chicken, so we added that, and I had some rice, we added that, and that was our quick meal tonight. Easy, quick, and we're done. Now we're going to settle in to watch some TV and go to bed early. It's already, what, 8:15. Good morning from a drizzly morning by the LEWES Dam on the Yukon River. But we're right by the bridge in a wonderful boondocking spot right next to the river. Woke up to a little bit of drizzly rain this morning. But that's okay because we're going to be inside. And first we are making some coffee. Here, we got to adjust this camera a little bit. There we go. And this is our pour-over coffee method.
that we've been doing on this trip instead of bringing along a coffee maker. And actually, I think the coffee tastes better. And the other wonderful surprise this morning is this huge cinnamon roll from Braeburn Lodge that we got on the way down. The people that we were helping with their RV emergency by transporting them to Whitehorse stopped with us at Braeburn Lodge. Steve said he wanted to stop and get one of these cinnamon rolls. Look how big they are. There's my hand for measure. It's probably 9 or 10 inches across. So we're going to cut it up this morning, probably cut it in half and save the other half for tomorrow. And then we'll cut the half into quarters and we'll see how that works with our coffee. But right now I'm ready to pour a second batch through. There we go. And then when this one's done, I'll move it over to that cup. So let's see how well this cinnamon roll cuts. Oh, it's not too squishy. So there's one cut. And we'll try it this way. Looks nice and moist on the inside. Let's see. There we go. That looks pretty good. We do have an extra can of whipped cream cheese topping, frosting, but I don't know if we're going to need it. Okay, so now we're going to try another quarter. And you know what? My coffee is overflowing. I did a little too much. Steve usually does this. He's better at it than me. Okay. And let's get this piece off. There. And now we can wrap up the rest for tomorrow. There we go. And the rain's falling on the roof of the motorhome. It sounds so pleasant. I don't know if that picks up on the camera. And somebody's over here waiting for his coffee and cinnamon roll. Nick says he would like the last bite. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
What happens when it's a rainy morning and you have a little pup full of tons of energy? One ball, one dog. Go bring it here. This is how our back bed is folded up before we pull in the slide. The mattress is hinged about 2/3 of the way up. And it folds over. I say it's like a taco. So here's the head of the bed is flipped forward over the foot of the bed. And then the whole thing gets encased in the slide when the slide comes in. But in the meantime, the space back here is Nick's playpen. Right? Bring it here. Okay. So that part of the slide slides in right underneath our mattress. Okay, bring it here. And that's some of our Reflectix we had on the windows overnight. We had it on all the windows because it got down to 49 degrees last night. It helps keep the heat in, but it also helps keep the daylight out. In the morning when we wake up, it's still pretty dark in here with the reflectix on. Plus we have room darkening shades too. So that helps, because here the sun doesn't set till after 11 and it's back up again by 4. Okay, guy. Time to go this way. Go get it. So that's keeping the rambunctious dog going. And we're getting ready to hit the road pretty soon. It's rainy and yucky out. So we just filled the water bottles up for in the dash and put away all the gear, did up the dishes. We're just about ready to pull in the slide. So we just put out the back slide. We didn't bother with the side slide because it was just a quick overnight stop. On the other side of the bridge, there's a nice paved rest area, but the sign says no camping. Well, it says this is not a campground, it's a place to rest. But this is pretty nice here. There's some little wild roses this morning. They smell good. This is a nice wide spot in the Yukon River. So we'll see how far we get today. We're looking at the maps and maybe thinking going to Shetland or maybe going beyond to where we turn off to start the Cassiar Highway. We will see how far we feel like driving. It'll be a rainy day to drive. This is one of the few rainy days we've had this entire trip. Oh, there goes somebody else headed the same direction we're going. Well, it's time to get back in. Also, this slide we left in overnight. We didn't put this one out. So see, that extends out about that far on the driver's side of the rig. And it allows us to have more space in our living room, more floor space. But even with it in, it's still plenty of room. We can still easily maneuver around and get through the camper. Not too bad of a layout for a 25-foot motorhome. And the center section here is the bathroom. But Steve's in there, so I can't show you that right now. But we have quite a bit of space between the upper cabinets and lower cabinets and drawers. Back here, we have a packed full closet with drawers underneath, cabinets up above. This is one of our favorite ones. It has a pull-out pantry of 4 different drawers, like so. And then there's our refrigerator with more space up over that and all of our control panels and switches. But one of the best things we did for this trip is we took out, let's see here, I'll turn on lights. Took out the mattress on the top bunk. We only put that along when the grandkids are coming. And we bought these 4 really heavy-duty laundry baskets from Aldi. And this is a cargo bar for semi-trucks. A pickup truck bar wasn't long enough. So we bought this cargo bar to stretch across just to make sure nothing rattles down. And it's covered here to keep from rattling with a pool noodle covered up with a towel. And I'm pleased to say, with all these rugged, rough roads like out to McCarthy and top of the highway, nothing moved. So these carry extra canned goods, dry goods, munchies, things that we need. This last one is just extra gear, shopping bags, hiking backpack. There's some knitting up there. Haven't knit this entire trip. Here's my 2 extra little couch pillows that we take down when we're relaxing that match my quilt on the couch. And this last bin holds our Starlink modem and power source, and it is velcroed down with double stick velcro, so that don't go anywhere.
So that's how we travel. Oh, and then these little ottomans. They carry all of our extra shoes, but they also work as footrests if we need to, because both of the cockpit chairs here and here swivel around, and those are the footrests. So little boy says he's done playing ball and it's time to travel. Right, little guy? Nick. Oh, Steve's at the bathroom. I can go film in there for a minute. We have a little bathroom, but it works. Here, I'll turn on the light. We have lots of cabinetry. There's one over the sink, one over the toilet, and this long one alongside the shower that's crammed full. And above the cabinet, there's room. The shower stall itself is pretty good for being in such a small space. And we did change the curtain to a pleated one, fabric, rather than a plastic one that sticks to you. And we added these little clips that help hold it closed. That way the water never flows down onto the floor. It stays within the shower stall. Usually when we travel, we carry a washer spinner from Costway in here. But this trip, we decided not to take it, so we'd have a little extra room. And we have a hamper, garbage can, extra little electric heater if needed. And Steve changed, this is important, Steve changed our 2 individual shower valves that you're always twisting and turning and trying to get the right mix and wasting water to this thermostatic mixing valve. It's set to a certain temperature and it always stays at that temperature. Even when you shut this off to like soap up and pause, the water does not change back to cold the way it does in most campers, or the way it did in here too. By having this set, it's like between 20 and 30 centigrade. We have it on our perfect level. The water temperature always remains the same, and we're not wasting water trying to adjust it. And the one he ordered, you can get the ones that are just for a shower. This one is also for a tub. It has a tub spout with a diverter, just like at a house. And we use that to fill the portable washing machine. So that's what we do in the bathroom here. Oh, there's extra shelves down here too, and a cabinet under the sink. So we have lots of storage in here and lots of towel bars. Even here on the back of the door. And before we leave, we throw all of our extra gear into the sink and we put a bungee cord on the faucet in case it accidentally gets bumped open when we're traveling. Although we usually turn off the pump. Let's make sure it's off up here. Yep, it's off when we travel. Same with the kitchen sink. We put the extra little cords. These are just made from 2 hair bands cinched together. It's a just in case thing. So I think we're about ready to hit the road. We have the furnace running this morning back here. It's a little chilly. So it's not too often in the middle of July, hold that dear, aim on me, that I am wearing a flannel shirt, sweats, and fuzzy, warm, double-layered, fleece-lined socks. That's how cold it is. And it's the middle of July. Isn't that something? Mm-hmm. But it's middle of July up in the Yukon.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you wearing, dog? You got on your fur coat? How about you, Steve? You're wearing a heavy flannel shirt with a t-shirt underneath, jeans. Yeah. Looks like we're dressed for September in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely don't need the air conditioning.
No, we don't. Okay, I think it's about time to get ready, haul in the slide, pull up the levelers, and hit the road. Okay, here's how the slide comes in. It snugs right up tight to the mattress.
And there it is, snug and tight. So it actually extends our camper a little over 3 feet out the back end to make extra sleeping space, and the mattress flips back. What's nice is it's a queen size, and we can still walk around each side of the bed. There's enough room when the bed is out. So there we are, done with the slide. And now Steve will raise the levelers. We have to have the key off for that. Okay, he's retracting the jacks. That's our Bigfoot leveler we had installed last fall down in Lower Michigan. So my job now is to shut the bathroom door, turn off all the lights, make sure our little foam block is in our refrigerator. See, there's 2 little handles here on this Norcold that either one of them just opens the fridge up. And they're pretty lightweight handles, rattly, loose. So we found if we stick this little foam block in here, it prevents them from ever loosening up during transit. How about you, Nick? You ready to go? Yeah. I make sure that the furnace is off. Make sure that there's no cables and cords in the way. Sometimes we charge things as we drive. Right now we need to recharge our TireMinder. That's our TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. That we have little sensors on all the tires. Plus we have them for the cargo trailer when we tow that. Here I get the Dash Rand McNally GPS going. That's from Winnebago through the Sprinter chassis. Here I have my big GPS going that I talked about the other day. And then there's our tire pressures, cold in the morning. And then, we also run the Google while we're driving. The problem with the Google one is anytime you accidentally hit this back button, it erases anything that you ever set up for a route. You can set up 5 or 6 different stops and they're all gone. It's a pain in the butt, so we really don't like Google Maps. Well, what do you think, dear? Here we go. We'll turn it around before you start the engine and the noisy blowers.
Yep. A little rainy today. Overcast. Not bad though.
Yeah, it's not pouring rain. It's not thunder and lightning. There's no wind.
No, pretty quiet.
I think it'll be an okay travel day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, how far are we going today, dear?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
That's part of being retired. It don't matter.
No, we'll see what we find.
Yeah. So this part coming up now will be a repeat from the turnoff to Carcross all the way over to right before Watson Lake. That's an area we've already driven, so today is a repeat. But once we reach where Highway 37 cuts off, that'll be the start of the Cassier Highway, and that will be all new to us. Probably until Montana.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, because we're going to take the Cassier all the way down, and then from there by Prince George, and then kind of cut over and maybe go into Washington State, and then come across, we think, depending on wildfires.
Yep, we'll see how it looks.
Yeah, so we're looking at, about 3,500 more miles to home? We've done about 6,000 so far. Mm-hmm. So we're about 2/3 of the way through for miles. But, it just depends. If we get home into August, into September, I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep, we'll see.
But we are missing the kids, the grandkids, my bathtub. Mm-hmm. Our grandkids were over picking raspberries in our yard yesterday, and they were checking the tomatoes. They're still green. There's no ripe tomatoes yet.
Okay.
But we do have tomatoes growing. I stuck in, 5 plants before we left, just to see if they would take off or if they'd wither and die. There was nobody there taking care of them, really. Because the lawn cutting guy, I'm not going to ask him to also water my tomatoes. So, otherwise, the kids were over picking berries, and they said they would do weeding in the flower beds, but they didn't have any gloves along.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know. We'll to see. We had a cinnamon roll this morning.
oh,
Did we
a
talk
quarter.
about that?
Yeah, I
don't know.
filmed it earlier.
Oh, okay.
A quarter of a cinnamon roll. It was that big. I mean, that thing was about 10 inches across, maybe. It was almost dinner plate size.
It was a very good roll.
Yeah. But it is only second best to the one over at Tetsa River Lodge. Tetsa River Lodge was better. There was almost like a caramelized coating on the Tetsa River one. But this was really good. But the reason why I came in second place, there were raisins in it. They were the white raisins, but we didn't care for raisins. There weren't many.
I didn't have any.
Yeah, I had 3 on mine. But we don't care for raisins in our cinnamon rolls.
No.
Steve is the cinnamon roll connoisseur.
I don't know about that.
Well, we've had cinnamon rolls, 4 times now.
Yep.
So Tetsa was first place. And then these are second place from this Brayburn.
Yep.
Third place, which wasn't too bad, was chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
And the worst ones I think that he's had were Skagway from the little bakery. That was more of a lard type cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
It wasn't a pastry type cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our review of cinnamon rolls.
That's it.
Yep. Okay, fired up, big guy. Time to hit the road. Ooh, I gotta put my seatbelt on. Well, it's time to go. Look at the pretty blue of the water. That's from the silt and the minerals from the glaciers. That's not reflecting off the sky. Oh, here we have one guy coming down the hill. Steve's going to back up, make an easier corner here. So you can turn a little better because it's kind of sharp with that little guardrail piece. This way he has a better swing. Okay, looks good. So there's where we pulled off to camp for the night. Pretty nice. There was another campsite a little further down too with a fire ring. And over here was the wayside that said this is not a campground. I do see some people maybe overnighted there. They said it's a rest area for weary traveler. We were kind of weary, but we decided we'd take the other side of the bridge. So here is the Yukon River this morning, looking a little dark and dreary, but that's okay. We can use the rain, especially with the wildfires that are further north and west of us. So as Brian from Adventure RV Van Man, I forget how it goes, he says, and away we go. Also, was it Jackie Gleason?
Jackie Gleason said that the way we go.
Yeah.
RVTV does actually, I think.
Yeah, I think he says it too, RVTV, the guy who travels in his
Brian
van.
stole it from.
Oh, okay.
That'd be my guess.
Maybe. So here we are heading in an easterly direction right now. And we'll see how far we get today.